Hello, friends, and welcome back to Artodontics. This is Dr. Vaishali Das, welcoming Dr. Meenakshi Verma for an amazing session of Learn to Breathe. We all breathe, isn't it? We all breathe, but nobody tells us how to breathe. And that is what we are going to learn from Dr. Meenakshi Verma today. So, friends, why do we indulge into art? Because it gives us peace, a feeling of harmony, and we align to our inner self. Especially during this pandemic time, we all are trying to get physically fit. I mean, at least some of us are. And we are popping in vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and on and on. But do we dwell? Do we introspect? Okay, what is happening to our emotions? And how are we handling all this? So, to get clarity and little more vision into this, today we have Dr. Meenakshi Verma, a very renowned conservative dentist, and she also holds a diploma in yoga. The best part of Dr. Meenakshi is she's an art of living faculty, and along with conserving teeth, she also conserves energy. So, welcome to our platform, Dr. Meenakshi Verma. Thank you so much for accepting my invite.
Thank you, Vaishali, for inviting. I'm honored and humbled. And thank you, Artodontics. I love that name.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, friends, ma'am is, let me just give you a little one more line into her introduction is, she's an amazing human being. And, she conducts these various online courses of art of living. And the best part, or probably, being human of what we call it, ma'am doesn't charge means whatever she charges, all goes to donation to art of living for free education that they run. Can you elaborate on this, ma'am, so that people know about it before we start off?
Yeah, so the Art of Living has about more than 156 schools, and we have a very nice school here in Dharavi also, in Bombay, in Dharavi, where free food, books, and education is given for the child, right? So all the course donation that comes from when you do the Art of Living mind and breath workshop, meditation and breath workshop, all that goes to for the school. So children get educated, their books and their midday meals too are taken care by this donation.
Oh, amazing, ma'am! You are doing a real great job. Thank you so much for being so kind. I'm sure there would be many people who would be willing to donate for this cause, and in return they are getting inner peace. So let's start, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to know. I mean, what do you think about how does yoga or meditation? I know yoga and meditation are two separate things, but we normally, mix up the term and usually say yoga and meditation. How does it affect the quality of our life, and how does it kind of, we talk about burnout syndrome for the professional. How does it help us in that, ma'am?
So Vaishali, let me tell you, meditation is a part of yoga. Okay, it is not separate from yoga. Okay, so yoga, like the Patanjali, who was the first propagator of yoga, he said the what we look at yoga, the physical part of it, that is only not yoga. So actually, yoga means uniting, joining, and here what are we trying to join? So yoga comes from the Sanskrit word yuj. Yuj means to unite. And here, what are we trying to unite? We are trying to unite with the body, with the mind, and then finally the soul. Okay, so soul nobody has seen, but at least the mind we experience, right?
Yes.
So the body and the mind, because like we are sitting here and people are listening to us, and suddenly if they don't find our conversation interesting, the mind will wander somewhere. So the here. But the mind is all over this place. This oscillation of the mind going everywhere, right, is the cause of stress. So yoga is the union of it. And meditation is a part, very much a part of yoga. Right? So, coming to this burnout, the question, burnout is actually a symptom, what a person feels when he is overwhelmed by the work. So when there is too much of stress or too much that one can handle at work, which is continuous, so it's getting bombarded continuously, then the body as a protective mechanism goes into burnout. And burnout, actually what happens, one doesn't realize very early in life. And then finally, because we did this whole study in which we took questionnaires from dentists to find out, so what they actually feel, they feel a sense of hopelessness or helplessness. And because you have got so much to do, suddenly you detach yourself from the emotional parts of depolarization. It's taken place. So then the patient, like we see doctors who are not attached or not emotionally attending to the patient. It's just like the patient is an object. So that is a part of burnout that the doctor is actually feeling. Yeah. So this we do not.
The emotional connect is missing.
Yes. The emotional connect goes missing. And on the doctor's front, he will also see symptoms like, or the person who's feeling the burnout by the doctor. The burnout can be in all types of professionals. You will get irritability. So you're at work, you start getting irritable. Then you start getting sleeplessness or insomnia. And then risk factors such as cardiovascular and diabetes and thyroid and all are also associated with the burnout.
Yes, and the cascade effect, once you get thyroid, you get hypertension, and then hypertension, you go on blood thinners, and so on, it goes on. So how are we supposed to tackle this, ma'am?
Yeah. So for burnout, the thing to tackle it first is your life should not be only work. Yeah. So here I must tell you, Vaishali, if you know or don't know, you are doing a great job, a great, what do I say, to mankind by starting this Artodontics. So one to beat the burnout is to do a hobby. So like art, music, dance. Even if you are not doing the hobby, if you appreciate, that helps you to get out of this burnout. So one is, that's why I see many times we want to go out for picnics, we want to go out for these vacations, yeah, because it gives you your happy hormones or your dopamine or serotonin, which is needed when it is in a burnout thing.
Yes.
Other thing is yoga, meditation, even some jogging, exercises, reading a good book, listening to some good, what we would say, a good knowledge session. See, if you're sitting and you're just gossiping about someone, all the negative things, thoughts are coming and you're gossiping. After some time, you feel very burdened. And similarly, if you're seeing a good painting or you're listening to a music, you feel so energized. You feel so lively, right?
Correct. Yes.
So that is feeling lively and compassion is one of the very good ways of seeing that you don't go into the burnout.
Right, ma'am. It's awesome the way you explain the entire concept. It's really beautiful. So, ma'am, just when I was having you on board, people were asking me, okay, but that is not art. Meditation is not any art. Why is, ma'am, why are you doing breathing or meditation onto the platform of Artodontics? So that's what I want people to, understand, that this is a platform of Artodontics where we are highlighting all forms of art. So this is also a form of art, and that is why we call it a art of breathing. And ma'am, I would also like to ask you, what happens is, when I'm a consultant myself also, and I'm driving, there's so much load, and with Mumbai traffic, that red signal happens to be red forever, and you're so anxious. And then your dentist is calling you again and again, and it happens to everybody, not only a dentist. When you're going from Andheri to town at 9 o'clock in the morning, we all face this burnout syndrome. So, are there any breathing techniques that can relieve you of the stress, ma'am?
Yes, yes. So you said a very good thing. In when the red light is on and I mean it's the situation, right? So first thing in the thing is first thing that you have to do is you have to accept, and you can't do anything about it, right? So initially you have to learn to accept. Now again, acceptance, we all know we can't do anything and we need to accept. That is a thought in the level of the mind, right? Now, just like it, and to control the mind is not easy, and in fact it's the opposite. The mind is like a naughty child. Whatever you try to do, whatever you try to insist, it will resist. Like if I tell you, okay, you're not supposed to think of this chocolate cake because you're on a diet, so no of chocolate cake because you can't eat it. What will happen? Only chocolate cakes will start coming in front of you. Right?
True. True.
So whatever you want to resist will persist. Yeah? Because the mind now has a mode which it doesn't listen. So in medically, when we study medically, we realize that it's an involuntary nervous system, what we call. So God has given us a wiring, what I would tell somebody, which is not under your control. The mind has got a thing that is not under your control. It doesn't listen. If I told you, lift your hand up, can we all lift? Yeah, and then stretch ourselves up and get ourselves, our spine lift. So we all can do that.
Yes,
Yeah?
ma'am.
So the body listens because the body wiring is voluntary. What we say, it listens to you. Now the body, the mind doesn't listen. Even your hormones don't listen. Like if you eat if a diabetic eats 2 rasgullas or 4 rasgullas, he can't tell the pancreas, oh, I've eaten 4 rasgullas, please make some insulin. Also, the pancreas will not listen. So it's in the mode, right? So, and it is that troubles us, that anger, that emotion, that, oh my God, why is this noise? Why is there so much of commotion? Why is that red, right? So that all our emotions or thoughts, they don't listen to you. Body listens, mind doesn't listen. Now you want to have why mind is involuntary. But you know, Vaishali, we have a trump card with us, which we don't know. It's like a trump card, but we don't know we have it. So we don't play it, right? It's hidden. And this trump card is your breath. And you know why medically, if I tell you, we are all breathing automatically. It is involuntary, just like our pancreas or this thing. It's involuntary. It's automatic. But if I told you take a deep breath, you can easily take it, right?
Yes.
So it became the voluntary mode. It became the listening mode.
Yes.
Breath is in between your body and your mind. It is in between. It's like a junction. It's your trump card. And if you use it, you have that ladder to control your emotions and go beyond it. So that science, and it was so astonishing when I studied the science of yoga. I realized that the yogis were so intelligent. They knew the body and the mind so well.
Yes, absolutely. So when I'm coming back to the red signal, so when I am at the red signal and I just can't focus and I'm getting very irritated, very annoyed. So what should I do at that time? So besides taking off my focus of that red light, is there anything breath-wise that it can help me to kind of get over that anxiety of that? Probably it is hardly a minute, but you're so overburdened with that anxiousness at that time. So is there
So
any
there is one breath that helps you after this, out of this anxiousness, which is called the Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi.
okay.
Jai means Jai, victory. And victory over what? Victory over the mind. So it's the Ujjayi breath that gives you. So they have named also, the breathing practices are named also. Now, on this platform, I'll try and show it to you, but you may not be able to hear or see it. I hope you can. The focus is on the throat that time.
Okay.
And the breath is going to come out of the nose, but the focus of the breath is on the throat. Now, because the focus is on the throat, you have to constrict your throat muscles a bit. So when you constrict, the breath will come in and out with a sound. Something like what you make when you're snoring. So when you're snoring, there is a sound that comes. So when you're breathing in and breathing out, you are going to make a sound from the throat. Now, one way is like if you all open your mouth, just let's all open our mouth and just breathe out with our mouth open. So just breathe out with your mouth open. Did you feel? Yes. Did you feel that when you're breathing out, you feel a sensation in the mouth?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, breathing out with your mouth, just do it. Now close the mouth and continue breathing in with your nose and breathing out. The sound will come. Yes.
Nice. Yes.
I could feel that thing on the throat. If you put your hand here, you will feel that.
And it is also sort of clearing the passage, the nasopharyngeal passage.
It's very important in today's COVID times.
Yes.
The breath touches the throat. It like cleanses the throat. So you're cleaning, like how you take a bottle brush. The baby's bottle brush when the milk is. So to take it out, to rub it, the same way you're using air now to rub that nasopharyngeal passage. You absolutely got the nasopharyngeal passage you're cleaning with the help of air. Yeah. And
when you're going to be very helpful for the people who do this regular pranayam, even for nasopharyngeal cleansing for COVID.
Yes. So you do the Ujjayi and just take your attention to the breath, but be careful of the signal. Otherwise, the signal will start and there'll be people honking you out of it.
Yes, but it is amazing, ma'am. And someone is asking us, what are you trying?
What are you?
Mr. Abhijit Ghosh, could you be a little more precise? With the question like, what are you trying? He's asking us, what are you trying?
So we are trying to breathe so we're trying to breathe with the sound. So a little bit of sound is coming. So sound energy is there. We are trying to make the throat, constrict the throat. So like I said, in this session, it becomes a little bit difficult. So we teach this in 4 days time. So like it's just like you don't become a dentist overnight. And somebody told you, okay. So how can, if somebody tells you or tells me, how can I do a class 2? Teach me in 5 minutes. So you can't, you need to. So that is why we teach this Ujjayi and we make you practice. And so it needs a little bit of learning curve and guidance.
I'm sure he is asking, but attention break. Probably, I don't know, is he trying to imply that you are not focusing on the traffic but you can have your eyes open and do it, right?
That's why I said I should be on the traffic. I before he said, otherwise people will be honking with you. Or if you find this thing, just take deep breaths. Okay. So just take deep in. You take a deep breath. So, okay, there is another thing. Let me make it easier. Okay. So another thing that will be is take a deep breath for 4 counts. Then hold for 2 counts. Then breathe out for 6 counts. Make your let go. See, what happens? Most of our problems in life is we catch it. There are many things that we catch it and we don't let it go. Like in so-and-so here, so-and-so told me this. So you've just caught it. And that so-and-so is actually sleeping nicely in the night. But you are awake thinking about it.
You're carrying the load.
You're carrying the load. So it is the let go. So you breathe out for 6 counts. So let's make it easier. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 2 counts. And breathe out for 6 counts. With your attention to with your eyes to the signal. And try that.
So he is asking, ma'am, that I learned when we breathe in and out, show hum sound with show hum sound. So is it so?
Yes, it's the so hum sound. And so I don't know if I should ask him if he's done an Art of Living course, but
Probably.
the so hum is what we teach we teach a breathing practice called as the Sudarshan Kriya, and this is the sound of the universe. Okay, the so hum. I am that. Okay, so I am that wonderful human being. I am that energy. I am that experience of what you are. Yes, he's right, in the so hum sound. So that is the sound of the universe.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. So I'll write it to him. And ma'am, when we talk about emotions, like mind and body relationship, how does emotion affect our body? Like I have realized, when I was young, my grandmother used to feel very upset at times if somebody is coming home late, and then she would pace up and down and go to the loo, continue, and at that time we would laugh at her. Okay, what is this? Now, after coming to the medical field, we know it is IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and it is deeply connected to emotions, right, ma'am? So
Yes.
how does emotion affect our body?
Yeah. Okay. So let's realize what part of our existence is emotions, right? So when somebody comes in, suppose somebody comes, what is the first thing that you see? When somebody enters the room, what is the first thing that you see? The
Person
body.
coming in.
Yes. So we see the body. So we are coming to the levels of existence. Yeah. So we'll see the body of the person, right? Now, for the person to be living, what does the body have that makes it the person alive, that gives life to the body?
The breath, the soul.
Wow. Yes. So first the breath will come. The soul is also there, but that's the 7th level. So let's keep that, right?
Wow.
So first body. So unless it's a Ramsey Brothers movie, then only the body comes in without any. Okay.
Yes.
So it comes in. Otherwise, if the body will come, the breath will come. So you have the body, you have the breath, right? Then with the breath, like now, everybody are listening to us. Yes?
Yes.
Thoughts are coming. Oh, thoughts are coming in their mind. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, by mistake, I gave out the 3rd level. So where do the thoughts come?
Subconscious.
Yes. Right? So you have the conscious mind also and the subconscious mind. Thoughts come in both the places. So we have the body, the breath, then the mind. Yeah. Now people are listening to us and analyzing us. It's right. No, it's not right. Right? So what is making them analyze? What makes us analyze? The intellect. Our intellect is making us analyze. And where is it making us analyze from? From our past experiences. And our past experiences are stored where? Like it is stored in the computer, the memory. So we say memory. Yes. So we have the body, the breath, the mind, the intellect, the memory. And you and I are talking. Something makes me, or like we say, makes me separate from you. What makes me feel separate from you is what we call as the ego.
Okay.
The sense of realization that I am. So it's a level of existence. Huh? Without an ego, we can't exist. Remember that. So that's that was a very aha moment for me when I did the Art of Living course, and I realized, okay, so everybody says get rid of the ego, but here they said it's a level of existence. So that will be with you till the last day. So ego, and then when you said the soul or the consciousness, right? So we are a package of all this.
Yes.
And the emotions are a manifestation of the thoughts in the mind. Okay. This emotion connects the body with the mind also. Like, for example, okay, let me give you an example. It's easier to. You are traveling in a bus, and there's a jungle that you're going through, and suddenly you want to go to the loo. So what do? You go and you control for some time, then you go and tell the driver, look, stop, I want to go to the loo. So the driver says, this is jungle, I can't stop, it's dangerous. Hold on. Half an hour we will reach there. Half an hour passes and it's not there. You start getting, what will happen to you emotionally? Start getting irritable, fidgety. Yes?
Yeah.
Now, where is the problem? The bladder. So it's actually in an organ. But where is the manifestation of the problem? It's in the mind. After some time, if that fellow doesn't stop, you're ready to give him one punch and stop the bus. Or you're ready to threaten him, I will do it here, you advise you stop. So actually the problem is in the bladder. But the war fund, the Kurukshetra that is happening, is where it is happening in the mind. Right? Same thing. That is our emotions, and that is why this is this connection of the body and the emotions. Now we know with one mathematics, if A affects B, then B also affects A. So if anything in the body affects the mind, anything in the mind will affect the body.
Yes. This is the relationship most of us do not understand.
So that is why all our functional disorders are called as functional disorders. It's called as a disorder, not a disease. Like, for example, hypertension or diabetes. It's called a disorder. Means that organ was working properly. It was in order. But now, because of our emotions, the order has got messed up. That's why it's called as a disorder, and it's called as functional. Medically also we call it that. We don't because for a disease you need a bacteria, a virus. Like now COVID has got a virus, right? But for hypertension, there's no virus.
Yes.
So it's a disorder. So to reverse it, just like I said, it's a disorder. The breath helps. So a lot of these breathing techniques, like I have done a lot of workshops in which we teach these breathing techniques. I had a pathologist in on the first day who took your blood sugar and your BP. And after 7 days of the workshop, of only 2 hours with us for those 7 days, there was a drop in your blood pressure and diabetes. Because technique. So there was an evidence, there's evidence. I've got 180 patients till.
I have gone through a few of your papers, ma'am. And I must tell the viewers that ma'am has done several national and international publications on that, and showing a very deep research. And also this particular event that we are having, it is not within the purview that man can teach everything in that. But we are definitely going to extract little more from her. We are going to make her teach us a few breathing exercises, definitely, ma'am. So, ma'am, when we come to these breathing exercises, is there any specific time, the food gap, and anything like for the viewers? Can you clarify that, ma'am?
Yeah. So when you are doing the breathing exercises or even any yoga, your diaphragm is going to the diaphragm, which is there, is going to come down, right? So the movement of the diaphragm expands, makes space for the chest to expand up and down, right? So when the diaphragm comes down, the stomach organs come out, right? If the stomach is full, that stomach is not going to come out. So that movement of your lungs is not going to take place. So that is why if you have eaten a very heavy meal, really heavy, marriage mein pet bhar ke khaya na, everybody's going to feel hungry and going to say, where my dinner? So if you've eaten a marriage, you had Chinese, you had chaat, you had dessert, all that, then you need 4 hours for stomach to empty. If you've had a small meal, a small lunch or something, then 2-3 hours is fine. If you've had a snack, then like half an hour, 45 minutes is fine. 45 minutes, just a small bite. Or if you had like a juice or something, 20 minutes is fine. So you have to, that is how it works best. That's why we say before lunch or before the evening snack, or before breakfast, it is best to do.
Okay, ma'am. And meditation and breathing exercises go hand in hand?
Yes, see, in the meditation, you are wanting to see one thing about meditation. I want to tell you, people feel meditation is concentration, but it's the opposite. Meditation is deconcentration. In fact, the effect of meditation is that your concentration improves. So actually, meditation is letting go. It is deconcentration. Right?
Okay.
For meditation also, because it is like we said on the involuntary, it is something that is not easy to do. We start with, we can use the breath because like I told you, it has a voluntary and involuntary. So when you use the breath, it is easier to slip into meditation. So in yoga also, the Patanjali, who is the one who wrote all the Yoga Sutras, he never said any, imagine, he never gave any, in his Yoga Sutras, he never gave any asanas name. He only gave the objectives, how to do it, and this is how what you will get out of it. He just gave the principles. And in that, in the meditation, he says, start with the body, then go to the breath, then watch your this what. So that's why they say, the first thing is asana, then they say do the pranayama, then they say start detaching from everything around you. So start detaching your senses. That's why we close and all that. So we call that pratyahar. Then you focus at one point and then you let go that focus. Dharana, dhyan, and then you go into that blissful state. So for meditation also there are steps. So if you, it's just like how a child, when he learns to walk, initially, he'll get up and he want to run. No, have you seen the child? And then the parents say, no, get them a walker, otherwise he falls flat. Yeah? So even meditation, if you do not do it like this systematically, you do not learn. Many times people then try and then they stop meditating because they say too many thoughts, because they have not used the breath to go into meditation. So using the breath is an easy way.
That's wonderful. Ma'am, Mr. Ghosh has 2-3 queries. And we are back to like he's asking, first he had asked, zero ego means salvation? One query, does zero ego means salvation? Second query, what is the difference between concentration and watchfulness?
Okay, very nice questions. That two questions.
And I will just add one more question to it by Mrs. Arpita Bhattacharya. She's a beautiful patient of mine, a pretty face with a pretty heart. So she is asking how to resolve insomnia problems. Do we have any breathing techniques for insomnia?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Okay. So coming to his first question, zero ego means salvation, right? So this was my moment too. Like I also thought that for me to get salvation, moksha, I have to have no ego. Okay, I also thought. Then I came to know that ego is a part of existence. It is one of the levels of existence. That means if you're alive, that ego is there. It also gives you the drive. Remember that. Okay, ego gives you the drive to do something. Yeah? So it also pushes you, but it separates you from the other person. So the best thing, that is what the founder of Art of Living, Shri Ravi Shankarji, said, and that was like aha moment to me. What he said, instead of dissolving the ego, because you can't dissolve the ego, it is a part of existence. Expand your ego. You know what he meant by, what do you mean by expand? Think everybody is you. So that one is also me, and that one is also me. So Vaishali is me. So what will I do to Vaishali as I will do to myself? And this is the saying, do unto others as you will do to yourself. The moment you feel that one, everybody is me, so you have expanded your ego. So an ego that encompasses everybody is salvation. In fact,
that is a real enlightenment, ma'am. That's so nice.
His second question was, I think so,
Concentration and watchfulness.
yeah. So in concentration, you are trying to, there is in concentration, okay, so it depends on what, but many times in concentration there is more of a load, right? In watchfulness, like you watch the sky, you see the clouds coming and going, right? Have you seen a mother when she gets the child back? No, the mother is telling the child, come back from play. So she's watching, and then the child doesn't go. She playfully brings the child back. So a mother getting the child back with lot of love is watchfulness. So with lot, get the mind back. So you don't fight with the mind. You just watch like a naughty child. You tell the mind, okay, you're playing this trick with me. You're making me feel angry, but I am not going to get stuck in it. Very nicely, you get the mind back to your brain. Very nice, and you watch it. So you're watching without getting entangled in it is called as watchfulness. Like you watch the cloud or you watch a sunset. So watchfulness is seeing without getting entangled, right? And concentration means focus. Concentration means you need both. Huh? You can't do without concentration, and you need in life. There are times when you will need concentration. There are times in life you will need watchfulness. In that red signal, you can't, if you concentrate on that red signal, you will get angry. But if you watch your breath, you will detach from that. So, but when you're writing a paper or giving an exam, you need concentration. And like I said, meditation, the effect of meditation is your mind becomes very sharp. So like a surgeon doing a surgery, or you when surgeon, when you do your maxillofacial surgeries, your mind has to be there, focused, very sharp. You can't your breath at that time, right? So that is concentration. So you need both. You need watchfulness when you want to relax. So when you want to relax and you want to let go and you want no burnout, it's going to be watchfulness. And when you want to do something, when you're in action in the moment, you have to concentrate.
I think I can listen to you forever. You are such an awesome speaker. And he has thanked you for clarification. So, ma'am, we are going more into spirituality. So let us come back to breath now. And if you could show us some breathing techniques, something, ma'am. So our viewers would be really, whatever they can use in their daily life. So that would really help them, I guess, to relieve their little fear, anxiety. Like say we have some person has a COVID patient at home. Okay, so that probably the husband has COVID, so the wife is very anxious. So probably just to relieve her of that anxiety, if there is something that she can do with that little minimal time that she is having, that would help her.
So the anxiety pranayama also helps for insomnia, because when you can't sleep, it is because there's too many thoughts in the mind, and sometimes, so that is the anxiety, that is the thing that will help. So for that, the anxiety thing it is called as sound. So sound energy, like when you're hearing music, you will realize that sound energy helps a lot. Yeah, so it helps you cool down. Like if you want to go dance, so you go dance, you will play a dinchak music, right, to dance. So you also see these directors using it in the movies. So if they want to show a sad thing, then they will not put that dinchak music. They will put a different melody, right? So when you want to dance, there's a different melody. When you want to show sadness, there's a different melody. When there's romance, there's a different melody, right? So sound has got a lot of effect on the mind, and you start feeling that. So there is this sound, and that is called as the pranayam is called as the Brahmary Pranayama. So in the pranayam, you're taking the sound of a bee, like a Brahmar is a bee. So all sounds are taken out when you breathe out. So when people see, you will see them while breathing out, they will take out that chant. And this Brahmari is like playing an internal flute. Okay? We will be breathing in, and while breathing out, you will take out the sound of a bee. So it's like a humming, buzzing sound. Yes. So I'll just show you all. I can demonstrate the sound, because as it's a thing. So we'll all keep our hands like this. You know, the palms are open and they're on our thighs, right? Little away from the knees. The elbows are relaxed and the spine is straight. Yeah? So first, you have to just close your eyes and watch your breath. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now in the next breath, while breathing out, I'm going to take the sound of a Brahmari, of a bee. So breathing in. And just soak in the vibrations. Now, this is one. So Brahmari, there are many types. This is one. Then the other is, because we hear from the ears. So you close your ear and you take out the same sound. So you breathe in, and so there are people say you can keep the tongue in the front of the palate. If you keep the tongue down, the sound is, one is like a female bee, the other is like a male bee. So there are a lot of these things, but then you don't get into that. You keep the tongue wherever is comfortable inside the mouth, and keep some space between both your teeth. So don't clench your teeth. There is some space, and you will, with your help of your hand, there is this lid, which say, no, the lid of the ear. So the husbands will be very happy we are closing our ear. No, the husband to close the ears, the other way around. So they will be happy doing the Brahmari. So with the help, the husbands and the kids at home. So with the help of this, you close your ear and you breathe in, and while breathing out, you take the same sound. So we'll do that, and then the third time you breathe in, and while breathing out, you vibrate. So you're opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. So you're shaking your ears, and you will see that the sound effect is different every time. Yeah. So let's just, if everyone can do it, I want everybody on Facebook to do it. Okay. So yoga is something not to listen. It's karo, kuch bhi karo par karo. You know, the problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's close our.
It's like TMJ palpation.
Yes. Oh. Breathing in, breathing out, start taking out the sound of the bee. Breathing in. Now breathing out, take your ears this way.
Okay.
And then you will be able to take out. That's, so this helps.
It's like vibrating in my head as well.
Yes, and that calms. That calms this thing. So you can lie and do it. So
you can do repetitions of this.
Yes, you must do about 6 rounds of Brahman.
Okay,
you will feel that, you know, and between each Brahmari, just wait till that sound, you soak in that sound, and then do the next round. And then you wait till the next to soak in that sound, and you'll fall into sleep only naturally at times.
So I guess that will help Arpita Bhattacharya, because she had asked about insomnia. And ma'am, I have heard a lot about Anulom Vilom as well. How does Anulom Vilom help us?
1 second, I'll just have to on a button because my laptop is saying that low on battery, so you will get stuck. Sure.
So for those who want Meenakshi ma'am's contact, I will post the link out here later on once we are done with this. So you can directly contact her on. She has a Google form. She can directly contact her. And ma'am is also into teaching a lot of like even Sudarshan Kriya and all that. So she can really, ma'am. Subhanshu Khare is asking us how do I contact Dr. Meenakshi. So I will be posting the link. I will be posting your Google form and link into my chat box later on. So whoever wants can contact you directly, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So we were on Anulom Vilom, ma'am.
Yes. So the Anulom Vilom Pranayama. See, we have the right brain and the left brain, and both their functions are different. So the Anulom Vilom Pranayama helps to balance the right side and the left side of the brain. Yeah. So always we are either in the do-do mode, you know, want to do this, want to do this, want to do this. So that is called as the sympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic nervous system actually gets everything back to normal. Now in today's stress is what happens. We are always in this do-do mode, especially with this COVID. Also when we are relaxing, there are thoughts, you know, like about this thing. So people who have jobs, they are also unhappy, and people who don't have jobs and have been, you know, let off by the employers are also unhappy. So if you have a job, you are unhappy because so much to do. If you don't have a job, you are unhappy. So everybody is in this situation. Like for dentists, if you have a patient, also sometimes you're scared because it's really positive. And if you don't have patient, then again you're worried, right? So this helps to balance this. So the right side and the left side of the brain is balanced by this pranayama. So this pranayama is also called as alternate nostril breathing. It's very nice, right? So when the right side of the nostril air goes to the right side, the left side of the brain is active. And when it goes to the left side of the nostril, you're using the right side of the brain. So the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, like I said, is balanced. Okay. So it's a very easy pranayama, and you're all doing about 9 rounds are to be done. So I'll explain, then we will do it. So what will happen? So you will take your thumb, and so now make this. So actually this much is here where your nose comes. So this is the space for the nose. So the right thumb on the right nostril very gently. The middle 2 fingers in the eyebrow center. The reason why we put it on the eyebrow center is because you have a pituitary gland and the pineal gland here, deep in, which controls all the emotions and the hormones. It controls all the hormones. And the last finger and the ring finger, the other ring finger on the left nostril. Okay. The left hand is in a mudra called as chin mudra, in which the thumb and the pointer is touching. And these fingers are straight, and it's on the lap. So it's on the thigh. Okay. So first what you will do, you will release the ring finger. You breathe out from the left. Breathe in from the left. Gentle, long, deep breaths without sound. Breathe in from the left. Now gently close the left. Release the thumb and breathe out from the right. Long, gentle breaths. Breathe in from the right. Now close the right and breathe out from the left. Again breathe in from the left. Close the left. Breathe out from the right. The smile, breathe in from the right. Close the right and breathe out from the left. And relax. So this in from the left, out from the right, and in from the right, out from the left is called as one round. Now the pranayama, you have to realize for rules of pranayama, it has to be the face expression has to be very pleasant. Okay? And it should be as if how you smell a rose. So the pranayama is done as if you're smelling the rose. That pleasantness And that's how the breath should be. Gentle, long, deep breaths in and gentle, long, deep breaths out. That is how a pranayama is done.
Feel amazing with this, ma'am. So again, I come back to Arpita. Can this be done before sleeping also? So
Yes,
that will help the mind to relax.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's amazing, ma'am. We are getting so enlightened with this. It is amazing how, because we are multitaskers most of the time. Like we are doing so many things at a time, and there is a time where you lose yourself. So it kind of probably helps us to come together, to connect to your inner self.
Yes. So we should take out time for ourselves, every day at least
Yes.
half an hour
So
to 45 minutes.
I have got a few questions like that, ma'am, like querying that people are not motivated to do. Everybody knows everything. Google is there, YouTube is there, everything, books are there, handy, everything is handy, but we don't want to take that step forward and do anything. How do you keep yourself motivated for that?
So the first thing is start with small. Okay. So first, give yourself a challenge, right? So say like for the next 1 week, I'm going to do it. Then after 1 week, say for one more week, I'm going to do it. So 15 days. And then say one more week. Now, the breath will help you. Here, the breath helps you. And once you get that experience, then you feel like doing it again and again. And one thing I would like to say, we have, because it will look after all these organs of all the internal organs. So every day when you want to do it, just remind yourself. Like if somebody wants to, okay, so suppose somebody wants to buy my liver, how much will I sell it for? This thing. So you just realize that your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, they're so, the value is so much, right? We haven't paid for it, so we do not value it, right? So we value our practices, our houses. We clean that also, no? We get that cleaned daily. Then just look at this body as something very valuable. So you value yourself, you love yourself. The moment you realize, oh, I will not get these parts. And if I get the parts, will they fit? So you don't know. So that reminder every time when the mind wanders, you remind yourself that, and start with small bites, like we said, just small. Start maybe with 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then small times. Like give yourself a challenge, like, or join a group where everybody is doing and there's a challenge. So like, that's what we do. That's why I think so I stuck in it. So in the Art of Living, after you do the course, it's not a one-off course. We don't teach you and let you go. You become a part of a group, and every day morning, we all get together and we do it. And that is free. It's not, there is no charge for
Okay.
Today I did 30 minutes, day 1, 40 minutes, day 2. So, everybody puts in because you need. Let me tell you, everybody needs some motivation or somebody to push. So we push each other, or more than push, we motivate, inspire each other. So you join a group where you get this inspiration. That's why these marathoners, you're running. The marathons have the, right? And they push each other. They inspire more than each other. So it's good to join some group like that, and
okay. And ma'am, the other day I remember when I was talking to you, I called you to invite you. You said you can speak a little about breast, Astrika.
So, there are different types of pranayams. So now we learn the cooling or the silencing pranayam. Okay. There is one pranayam which is the energizing pranayam, right? So many of us feel very drained by the end of the day. Many of us want that we need multiple cups of tea and coffee to get that zing.
I'm one of them.
Oh, yes. So you want an energy, you energize, right? So you need this tea or coffee, right? So this Bastrika, see the name, they gave the names also. Bastrika means if you've seen how the goldsmith used to melt the gold, or the iron. He used to put fire from down, and to the fire he would give air. Bas, bas, bas. And then, see, for the fire also to burn, it needs oxygen, it needs air. So you need the breath. Breath is so energizing. And that's how the fun came. So with that bas, bas sound, he would create energy, and the iron or the gold would melt. So the same way, this is called as the Bhastrika Pranayama. So in the Bhastrika Pranayama, it's very easy. What you do, I'll teach you, and I'll go a little bit back so that you can see, because my hands are going to get lifted up.
Yes.
So you will see my hand. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is we will keep our loose fist in front of the shoulders, and our elbows will be close to the body. Yeah. Front of the shoulders is not like this. We're not gymming. We're not straining the shoulders. It's relaxed. So if you take your thumbs out, it will be touch your shoulder, and you close. You keep your thumbs here, and you keep your elbows close to the body. Yeah. It also is very good in COVID times, because it also throws the deoxygenated, all the carbon dioxide out from the lungs. So it has two things, right? So oxygen gives us energy, right? We know that, and carbon dioxide is to be thrown out, right? So that's why this will touch the sides of the ribs of the cage. So that's why I'm saying. So when we breathe in, we'll breathe in, and we'll take our hands up, and the hand will open. So my palms will open, and it will be, and when I breathe out, it will again come down, back again to the same position. Now when I'm going to breathe out, I'm going to drop my hands. So if you drop my hands, you saw there's like a swing, because you're coming down. Now when you breathe out, you have to breathe out with force. Until and unless if you have diabetes, hypertension, then don't use force. Just breathe out like a long deep breath. But if not, otherwise you have to breathe in. So you would just watch me and see the sound that comes out when Bhastrika. Okay. So like I said, the face has to be very pleasant. So first we'll take a normal breath in and let go. One more normal breath in and breathe out. In Bhastrika, with a smile, with force and enthusiasm. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, and relax. So like that you will do 20 rounds. I only showed 6. You will do 12. You will relax. And when you breathe in, you have to fill the lungs up. Nicely breathe in. So don't do it. So breathe in, fill the lungs up. And when you breathe out, with a sound, you breathe out. So that is called as the Bhastrika Pranayama. It's very good. These days, when we took the course for the COVID workers, many of them found their breath getting freer, with this force.
Okay.
Mostly, so when you feel like having the cup of tea next time, instead of tea, do the Bhastrika, and see slowly your cups of teas and coffees will reduce. Because
I'm sure I'm the one who's going to try it first from tomorrow. And I'm sure when you cut down on your tea and coffee, your acidity also will be helped out with that.
Yes.
So, ma'am, also with so many professionals sitting in one place and, nowadays doing all the housework yourself, right from sweeping, sobbing, everything. Lot of people have this trapezitis and back pain. So, very quickly before we sign off, can we have some information from you regarding some small exercises for the neck and the back?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So along with us bending all the time, along with us being on our computers all the time, messaging all the time, texting, messaging all the time. So, we are normally bending like this, or we are bending like this, more we are bending downwards. So what we get something called as the text neck. So your neck, texting is becoming like a text neck. So one thing is called as the chin tuck. So I will just turn my chair this side, so you will get a better way.
Yes, so and I have also broadened the window.
Yeah, so I will show it from the side and then I'll show it from the front. Okay?
Yes.
So I show it from the front. You will keep your finger at the chin. Okay, these two fingers. Now the finger will not move, but you take your head behind. So, like, there is distance between the finger and the thing. And you come in front. So I will show you from the side. You'll be appreciating it. So finger is on the chin and then go behind. And go in front. Our bird now puts her head behind and gets the beak in front to have food, front, back. So this is something we never do. Front and back. This is very good for your spine. Okay. Then of course there are these vyayams, what we call as sukshma vyayams in yoga. So I'll just show you one round of each sukshma vyayams. You all should do 3 to 6 rounds of each. Yeah. Now the most important of it is you have to attach your breath and you have to take your mind to the muscles that you are acting on. So it's not like the gym where you have the the iPod in your ear and something else is playing on the thing and you are working. Yeah. So this is with breath and with awareness. Then it works. So the first thing what we can do is breathing in, chin up. When you take your chin up, you will feel the stretch in the front part and the compression in the back part. You must feel that and wait there to feel that. Yeah? Breathing out, now chin to chest. You will feel now compression in the front and stretch at the back. So feeling that and take your attention there is very important. So you have to do 6 rounds of that. Then get your chin to the center and slowly turn to look over your right shoulder. Now again at the maximum, very again good for your trapezius. You will see that on the maximum position on the right, wait and feel the compression on the right side of the neck and the stretch on the left side. Breathing out, come back to center. Breathing in, go to the left. Breathing out, come back to center. Very slow, gentle, non-jerky movements. So again, you have to do 5, 6 rounds. See, for the breath and the movements, any movement away from the center of the body. This is our center. So when you're moving away from the center of the body, you have to take breathing in. Right? Like I told you, breathing in, take your head to the right. So even if you're taking your hands, moving your hands away from the center, you have to breathe in because the chest expands. Right? And when I say breathing out, you have to, movement is towards the center. That's why for the neck also, when I say breathing out, we are coming to the center.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is because breath is this thing. And if you don't remember, it is okay. Just keep breathing and put your attention to your deep breaths. Yeah. Other thing is called as the neck tilt. So you keep your neck straight and just put your ear to your shoulder. And then straight and drop your left ear to the shoulder. And wait and come straight. So this you can do in your on your jobs, on your desk. You don't need empty stomachs and things like that for this. Yeah. When we are on our laptops or even in between patients or anybody, there's so many people of different professions, you can do it sitting. They just take a break and do this. The other thing very good, and we have a lot of lymph nodes, we know as this thing, we have a lot of drainage in the neck and in the shoulder region. And when that does not flow, then we get all this stiffness. So this is called as the shoulder pump. So it works on the muscle as well as it works on the lymph node. So it's got double benefit. For that,
okay,
you just try and lift your shoulders up till you can touch your ears. Now you have to hold your breath. When you're pumping, this is the one thing. Very few asanas you hold the breath. Okay, so you hold your breath, and with the help, with the breath held, you just pump your ear. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And with a ha, you get your shoulders down. So again, you breathe in, hold your breath, start pumping your shoulders. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Ha! With the sound, without the sound, you can easily just relax. So this is called as the shoulder pump. Then the last one, because do for the trapezius, the trapezius muscle of the back gets very spammed. Yes. So for that, you get your elbows together and then get the elbows behind. So you will feel that the scapula, the back the bone behind is coming together, and the deep muscles are being, so it is very good for deep muscles. See, we never work on the deep muscles of the back. We only work on the top muscles. So in and out, you will feel the elbows going backwards. In and out. One very good thing for it is also is, just do it sitting. So suppose if you are sitting, go down opposite side. So right hand, I'm going to go down as much as you can, down, sitting, yeah. Go down, then come up, get the elbow behind, as if you're putting your elbow into a back pocket. So you have back pockets on in your jeans or in your pants. So you're going to go down, then you come up and get your elbow in such a way that you're putting your elbow down towards the back. And you will feel that you are working on all the muscles of the scapula on this side. So down, so something so easy like this, you know, and up, and you do the other side. So what is good about yoga is you do not have to go into those, you don't, to get the benefit, you don't have to go into those positions where you lock your hands, this and that, and then you call somebody, "Arey, nikalo mere ko bahar, I can't." Even simple things with just taking the breath and awareness helps. There are many asanas for the back on the mat, but today we are not doing that session for that. But these are simple things that you can sit and do on your desktop.
Probably in between the two patients also you can easily do that on your daily chair.
Right. In your daily thing, you can easily do that.
So ma'am, thank you so much for all the enlightenment and all the guidance that you have given us, right from the breathing techniques to the few of the asanas and for the shoulder, for the back and everything. And more than that, we have gone into quite a few depths of spirituality as well. Thanks to Mr. Ghosh probably for that, because he took you into the depths of the spirituality. And it has been amazing to be with you. I'm already feeling so positive and, a lot of positive vibrations all around us. And there are people are amazed with your knowledge. Manisha Soni has commented that she's really impressed with the depth of your knowledge base. And there are so many who have really appreciated your knowledge and the way you have explained. So guys, on popular demand, probably we'll come back with Dr. Meenakshi Verma. So probably with something more deeper, and we'll focus on to one particular thing. So you all can tell us what you want. Probably a Sudarshan Kriya or something that the audience or the viewers want, and we can focus on that one particular thing rather than touching all the touch base rather on all the things.
Yes, yeah.
So thank you so much for being with us. It has been very enlightening to be with you. And I must tell all these artists and painters and people who feel that meditation has nothing to do with art. Believe me, guys, unless you go into that meditative state, you cannot paint. So, in fact, you are going into the deeper realms of meditation. And believe me, if you are doing this, because I paint, this deep inhaling, exhaling, or just deep breathing, it helps you focus on your painting at that moment, because we are not artists by profession, since we are only dentists. Our mind sometimes wavers to our patients when you are painting also. So it does help you to come back in the moment, in the present moment, and do it. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I would like to add here that because of this painting thing, see, when is the best painting, or when have people shared that the best painting came, or the person shared that his best music composition came? There was two things. When he was in the moment, there were no thoughts around, and he was relaxed. Yeah, same thing. See, Einstein, he tried so many times. When did he realize gravity is there? When he sat under the tree, and then the apple fell. And when he was relaxed under the tree and the apple fell, what happened to Archimedes? When did he realize? He was in the tub. And he realized, so he was relaxing. And that is when he realized, and then he ran on the street like that, right? So everybody has done invention only in a relaxed mode. Okay, you cannot when you're stressed and in the non-relaxed mode. If you're stressed and in the non-relaxed mode, nothing will come out of you. So these techniques of breath, meditation and all will make you into that. So it is not, actually it's not something you do when you're old. It is something actually that you should do right from a younger age, so that you can give your best. I always feel, I started when I was in my 40s, 44, 45. I always feel I missed onto it. I could have gotten to it earlier. So these are techniques that will actually, not to be done when you're old, actually helps your performance. Huh? So your performance grows and glows when you do these techniques. So these are techniques that actually add, because many people say meditation, I will do when I'm 50, I'm 60. Now it is not, because they don't realize the importance or the value of meditation. So it is the rest before an action. Yeah.
That is really impressive, motivating, inspiring. I'm short of words, ma'am. Thank you so much for this amazing session. Thank you so much for accepting my invite. We will get back. And next weekend, again, we are coming back with one more very innovative art. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you, madam, once again.
Thank you, Vaishali, and thank you, Artodontics. Like I said, it is such a lovely platform you've given, and I'm sure everybody should join the page so they will not get burnout. That much I guarantee.
Good one, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I would also say, I would also urge our viewers to go through the website of www.artodontics.com. So many dentists have put up their beautiful artworks over there. So their encouraging words would definitely help them do better. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. And let's meet up once again on next Sunday evening, and with once again a very innovative workshop. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you, friends. So next Sunday evening, 6 p.m. sharp, we have a date here, right here on Artodontics page, with yet another amazing workshop which you must have never heard about. So till then, goodbye.